Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Becky. We are here today to do another 12 by 12 layout. You can see this piece of paper right here. It does have all these little icons on them. I am going to be fussy cutting some of those out to use as embellishments on my layout. Now this came out of a Kaiser Craft paper pad, I do believe, and it's a paper pad I probably got on sale somewhere at some point in time. I've never used it and really thought I wanted to. This paper pad is a little bit distressed, which I thought worked perfectly with the photo I'm using, because the photo I'm using, it's kind of dated. See here, there's lots of gold tones in it, just like, I don't know, it looks distressed. It looks old because it is old. And in fact, it's actually a picture of a picture. This is a photo of my boss and also the office manager at where I work or worked. I'm not sure what the appropriate what the appropriate word is there. But yes, so I am doing a picture of that. I'm going to call it Sayonara. You can see the alphas up at the top. It says Sayonara. I'm going to color those though. So I am just going to be using strips. It's just that basic layout that you see a lot of. I know I do this a lot with just the strip at the top and at the bottom, and then I'll use other little strips to kind of just add a little bit of interest. I am going to back my photo in this red. The photo does have a little bit of red coloring, it looks like, in it, so I thought I'd bring the red in as well. I am going to go ahead and trim that down. This is going to sit in the center of the layout-ish, you know, and just in that middle portion. You've seen this layout before, time and time again. It's super easy. It's super fun. I did pull this striped paper out of that Kaiser Craft paper pad. I wanted to get some more red in there, so I'm going to trim this down in such a way where I just get those red strips. I'm going to put a little bit down at the bottom and a little bit down at the top as well. I don't want the whole thing, so I am going to cover up a bigger portion of that red with another paper. At the bottom, you can see right there, I covered it up with a blue strip. At the top, I think I'm going to tuck it under, yeah, like that. So I just got that little bit of red. I am going to pull out some ink and ink the edges of everything. Now here is just another piece of paper that was in there. I'm going to go ahead and cut some fishtail banners out. And again, you've seen this before. You've seen me do this before. I'm going to use this piece, and then I also use this scrap that's left over from that same paper, but also it has the stripes on it. Like that. That's going to be the base, basically the base of my layout right there. I do pull out the Tim Holtz Distress ink in Vintage Photo to go ahead and ink the edges of everything in. I do believe that this time I actually remembered to ink the edges of everything. I don't think I'm going to have you sit and watch all of this. So right now, at the time of this voiceover, I am in Florida still, and I'm actually sitting in the car to do the voiceover. I have some remodeling going on, and it's kind of loud inside. I tried to sit on the back porch, but I have a camera out there, and I forgot it has audio, and I heard someone in the kitchen, and I think someone was listening to me do a voiceover, and it was embarrassing to me. I don't know how this is going to work out. So to put those strips down, I am going to be using that Tombow Mono Aqua adhesive. And the reason why is because I wanted a little bit of give, right? I want to have a little bit of time to set those straight. You can see that, like, especially this piece right here, I have to line it up just so. And I wanted that movement. Now, I did notice that after I had put this down, I was a little heavy-handed on the Tombow Aqua. So it was kind of warpy a little bit bent up. Probably nothing that sitting a heavy book on it wouldn't, you know, fix. That's my only problem with it. I love this Tombow Mono Aqua. I do. I love it. But if you're too heavy-handed, a lot of times it will warp. Here I haven't finished putting the layout together yet, but I wanted to play with some of the embellishments, so I went ahead and started putting some of those on there as well. Sorry about that noise. I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges of these banners, and we're just going to stick it back there basically how it was. Right, like here. So I got my red in there, which I really liked the red. I really like that background paper, and the top paper, how it looks kind of distressed. I think that looks really good with these photos. Right here I am showing you my alphas. This is a Sayonara alphas. I was using these with Mini Kit Monday, so I had them out. I figured I'd just still use them. They're kind of white, and they almost have a little bit of iridescent to them. I pulled out a Spectrum Noir marker in brown. I don't really remember the official color of it. It's a dark brown, though. And I'm going to just color the alphas with that brown. It says Sayonara. Now, after the video, I will have to go back and put down these alphas with glue. They are thickers. They are older pack of thickers, so, you know, they're not sticking. I am going to have to use that art glitter glue you see up in the top of the screen. I am going to have to use that to go ahead and put those down so they don't fall up. Now, my embellishments take a little bit of a turn. I am going to end up pulling out another piece of paper and cutting more things out. You can see that cluster I'm starting to build up there at the top right. That is one of those little journaling spots that was also in that little Smashbook pad that I had pulled out and put into the Mini Kit Monday. I used one during the Mini Kit Monday videos, and I really enjoyed how it turned out. I enjoyed how that layout turned out. I was like, oh, I could probably hold on to these. I didn't think I was going to be holding on to those journaling spots from the Smashbook, but they're really usable. I've never used anything like that before. I have them, but I've never used them, but they were quite fun to use. Now you can see here's where I had cut out some other pieces. There's clocks right here. This one I just put down. I'm covering that camera up with a clock. It's going to be popped up on foam tape. Part of that journaling spot is popped up on foam tape, and then a piece of that camera, just so it's kind of level. So over here, I think that says goofball, which I thought would be perfect because this guy is a goofball. But then when I went ahead and trimmed everything else out, I trimmed out 5 cents, 10 cents, and a clock, and I think $1, because he's the dude that, you know, basically decides if you're making any money or not. And that's about how much I make right there. I can't remember what all those say. Oh, it's 25 cents, 5 cents, and $1.30. Yes, that's about how much I made an hour. And then in the top right hand corner of the screen, I'm going to build this little cluster up using let's not forget the inking edges, but I am going to build this little cluster up using labels and a typewriter and a foam, because again, this is about work, and I'm saying sayonara. In my knowledge, I did not look up what sayonara actually means. I think it means something like bye fool, but I'm not 100% sure. I did look up the spelling of it, and let me tell you what, how I initially spelled it, not right. Not right at all. So I did end up having to, I was way off base. I really ended up having to look up how to spell sayonara. The exact meaning of it, I think it's just bye, but I don't know. Hopefully I'm using it in the right context. If not, then whoever sees this will get a better understanding with who they're dealing with. Someone who's not really all that bright, right? So I do pop that phone up on a little bit of foam tape as well. I take this side Heidi Swap Color Shine NT and give that a little splatter on the page. That's all I'm going to do to this layout. I do need to do journaling on there. I do have a lot to say, so I don't know if I'm going to have another layout about work, or if maybe I'm going to just journal on the page, not just in those journaling spots. I do have a lot to say. There's been a lot going on. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me. Please check the links down below. If you would like to support my channel, you can go pick yourself up some foam tape over at Close to My Heart. I will have that link to my shop down below as well. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.